The Androscoggin River Valley, the people, the places, the events, the history, all that makes up the vibrant story of the towns of the Androscoggin River Valley from Lewiston, Auburn through Mexico, Rumford, and Bethel to New Hampshire.
Welcome to the October 2016 edition of Today River Valley. Today River Valley is the video news feature program for the Androscoggin Valley in western Maine. My name is Phil Blampede. I'm the host and producer of the program. In this edition of Today River Valley, we're going to be looking at the phenomenon of harmony parks, installations of durable musical instruments that could be put in parks and public spaces outdoors for people to enjoy as they walk by. It's a lot of fun. Wait till you see. We're also going to be looking at the question of teaching math properly. You know, if you have problems with math and arithmetic, it could be that the teacher you had back in elementary school didn't understand math that well either, and she didn't really convey the information to you in a way that you could understand. The state of Maine has recently held a program to teach teachers how to teach math more effectively, giving them a greater understanding of the basic principles behind math. We'll see how that worked out. We're also going to be visiting the New England Trappers Weekend, an event that's held every year in East Bethel, Maine. People may think that trapping animals for fur is something that faded away hundreds of years ago, but in fact, there is still a very active group of people throughout the United States who go out and set traps and try to catch animals to sell their fur. We're going to be looking at that through the eyes of the people who attended the New England Trappers Weekend this year, including the question of whether it's a cruel practice or whether it's a vital part of the rural American culture. Stay with us. We'll be right back after a few messages from local businesses.
Fresh local food is always the best, and there isn't much better for fresh local food than the vegetables, fruits, meats, baked goods, and more that you'll find at Cooper Farms. Located at 27 Bethel Road in West Paris, Maine, Cooper Farms offers local farm produce, their own apples when in season, their own farm-raised beef, plus baked goods made on site. Cooper Farms is easy to find right on Route 26, halfway between Norway and Bethel in western Maine.
Hi, this is Sue at Cooper Farms, Route 26, West Paris. You can taste the real Maine here. We grow our own fresh vegetables. We have a variety of our own baked goods as well as jam and pickles made on site. Even the beef and pork is our own. We are open all year. Come on in. Fall harvest is the best time to come see us.
Cooper Farms, open year-round. Stop by soon, and don't forget to like us on Facebook. Whether coming for lunch or dinner or just drinks with friends, whether enjoying the outside beer garden or the cozy dining room inside, whether coming to enjoy the live entertainment or just to sit and relax, everyone knows you can catch it at Gatch's. Gatch's on Rumford Avenue in Rumford, open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 8, Saturday, 4 p.m. to 8. Picture the name and logo of your business or organization on an attractive polo shirt, windbreaker, cap, or t-shirt. Then come by Perfect Stitch on Route 26 in South Paris, where you can turn that vision into a reality. Perfect Stitch is the place to go in western Maine for embroidery, screen printing, and promotional items. With full-scale production right on site, Perfect Stitch can fill any order from a single shirt to dozens of them. Offering advertising and promotional items as well, Perfect Stitch is the one-stop shop for all your promotional needs.
I'm Amy Ford. I own and operate Perfect Stitch Embroidery. Come on in and see the wide variety of products we offer at our showroom at 191 Park Street in South Paris. We can help you figure out what products would fit your needs best. Hope to see you soon.
Maurice Restaurant on Main Street in South Paris. The incomparable flavors of French and continental cooking tailored to the hearty American appetite. Generous shrimp cocktail, escargot, chicken chablis, baked stuffed haddock, topped sirloin with shiitake mushrooms, French onion soup, corned beef Reuben, and a chocolate mousse parfait. Maurice Restaurant, open Tuesday to Saturday and for Sunday brunch. Mountain Valley Variety at Four Corners in Rumford, known as the happiest corner in town, is twice as happy with a new expansion that has more than doubled its size. If there's a cold beverage, you'll find it here with 20 cooler doors and the coldest and largest beer cave in Maine.
Hi, I'm Rick from Mountain Valley Variety in Rumford. I want to welcome you to my brand new beer cave. We have over 500 items in all. Whatever you want, we either have or we can get.
Head to Mountain Valley Variety for grab-and-go pizza, sandwiches, lobster rolls, hot foods. Don't forget the hand-cut steaks if you're grilling out tonight.
Come on down to Mountain Valley Variety and see us all.
You're watching Today River Valley, the video news feature program for the Androscoggin River Valley in western Maine.
This segment is sponsored by the Wireless Zone on Route 2 in Mexico, Maine. Stay connected with the Wireless Zone. Call 369-0016. When you go to a public park, you expect to find benches, swings, and water fountains, but in many places there's now something else. Musical instruments made to last outdoors and to be played by anyone who feels the urge to make some music. These are musical parks, and as the manufacturer puts it, there are no amps and there are no wrong notes. Near our area, a Harmony Park has been installed along a walkway on the Ammonoosuc River in Littleton, New Hampshire.
Well, I saw them in another part of the country when I was on vacation in Sedona, Arizona, and then Moab, Utah, and both communities have this particular type of instrument. My name is Dave Ernsberger. I'm a part-time citizen, a summer citizen of Littleton, and I'm on the River District Redevelopment Commission, which we formed in 2012. And one of our first projects was to do this segment of the Ammonoosuc River in redeveloping it. And Harmony Park's a very important musical part of this. Our town has always been known for the excellent musicians that live in the area, excellent artists in general. And one of the things we wanted to highlight are the musical talents and make it attractive for people who want to listen and play music. And so the Harmony Park is a part of that strategy. It's been a big, big hit. We've had it all of last summer and this winter, and people enjoy it every day.
The Harmony Park instruments come from a company in Durango, Colorado, which calls itself Free Notes Harmony Park. The company charges anywhere from $2,000 to $20,000 for a set of instruments, depending on what kind and how many. They've sold and installed their instruments in several hundred communities all over the United States.
6 outside just like this all year long, and it's really very well made, and so we've been pleased with, after going through our first winter, that it's held up so well.
How long do you think it'll last?
They say 25 to 30 years, so it's we've seen no wearing of it at all. We wash it off with regular water just to keep it clean in the spring and the fall time frame, but it holds up very, very well. I know it's meant to be for all ages, all capabilities. It's meant to just make harmony in the area. And we have a beautiful park right across the river that you can sit at and listen to the instruments from down there, which is really beautiful with the river in the background and then playing these beautiful tones. Oh, I get many, many calls about it from New England especially, because a lot of communities hadn't seen this before, but I tell them it's a wonderful thing. It's great for the community, especially families love coming here. We have a lot of people with disabilities that come here and really get a lot of enjoyment out of it.
Bill never liked food very much.
I never liked food very much.
Then one day, he happened to go into Connie's place on Congress Street in Rumford just to ask the time of day. Before he knew it, the aroma of great cooking overcame his better judgment, and he was sitting down with the menu in his hand.
This looks good.
He said, looking at the corned beef on rye.
That looks good.
He said, looking at the fish and chips.
This is even better.
He said, looking at the mouth-watering nachos. Then the food came, and Bill had a revelation.
I do like food.
Connie's place. You all like the food. Even Bill does.
Hi, my name is Roger Whitehouse, owner and designated broker of Riverside Realty, located at 152 River Road in Mexico, Maine. We have an incredible amount of listings. Inventory is high, interest rates are low. Just take a look at a couple of these listings.
Here's MLS 1264184, a beautiful country garrison on a great dead-end road location on nearly an acre in a quiet neighborhood in the Virginia section of Rumford. It has 4 bedrooms with a large open kitchen and dining, lots of sunlight, 2.5 baths, lots of closets, a partially finished basement, and a family room. The living room has a wood-burning fireplace. There's baseboard hot water heat as well as a rice coal direct vent stove, a 2-car garage with overhead storage, a central vacuum system, a storage shed, and a deck. This property is very well maintained, listed at $229,000.
My staff of 6 has over a combined work history of over 100 years. We're here to serve you. Whether you're considering buying or selling real estate, call Riverside Realty at 369-0100. Hope to see you soon.
This is Today River Valley, the video news feature program for the towns of the upper Androscoggin River Valley in the mountains of western Maine.
Did you have trouble with math in school? The fact is, maybe your teachers did too, and to get around that, they fell back on having you memorize formulas from textbooks rather than really explaining the concepts behind the numbers. That's the theory behind a 5-day training that took place in Turner this summer to try to give a group of local special education teachers the skills to teach not only the rules of math, but also the real-world concepts they stand for. The Maine State Department of Education brought experts from North Carolina to the Tripp Middle School to present a program called Foundations of Math to teachers from schools in Greene, Auburn, and Leeds. Why North Carolina?
In the 2011 TEM studies, North Carolina was rated among one of the 8 top performing education systems in the world. Yes, and the thing that makes that really relevant for us is the math foundations has, I think, played a big role in helping North Carolina achieve that goal.
Leading the training were Valerie Faulkner, Assistant Professor of Education at North Carolina State University, and Chris Kane, Associate Professor at Mars Hill University in North Carolina. The two were the primary authors over a decade ago of a training program called Foundations of Math, which was used at the training in Turner.
It focuses on foundational concepts in mathematics. We know that a lot of elementary teachers come to teaching without a really strong background in mathematics, so this is beginning to meet that need. I'm Jan Breton. I'm the State Director of Special Services for the Maine Department of Education. We want kids with disabilities to have the same chance to achieve at high levels as all students do. And we know that a key ingredient is the preparation of teachers. And so we're adding this training based on information that we have from North Carolina. The data is excellent in terms of how this helped students accelerate their learning. And so we're providing this training as an initial step to help teachers be able to teach kids with disabilities in the area of math.
She is going to be our balance scale. So let's see what happens. What if I put one blue pawn here and one blue pawn here? And each blue pawn weighs the same amount. Both, you can see that, and that's how it goes. Is our scale functioning properly?
Yes.
Okay, what if I do this?
And hold it down. It's real heavy.
Is our scale functioning properly? She's very finely tuned in her calibration. So what happened? Why is this nice when this part of the scale fell?
Twice as many.
Because it's heavier, so that's representing that it's heavier. Okay, well I'm going to balance her back up. Nice, very nice. Okay, I want you to come on up and do something with these pawns to, now listen, she's going to change the value but maintain the equality. Can you do that? Can you change the value of what she has in each hand, but still maintain the equality, the balance? Oh, sweet. Somebody talk about what she just did. What did she just do?
She gave one to that side and one to the other, so she balanced the equation, or she balanced her scale.
Yeah, but she did change the value, right? Okay, but What we care about now in algebra is maintaining equality. Can you come up and do something else, maybe take some pawns away, that maintains equality, but changes the values that she has in her hands? All right, nice. What did she do? She took one from each side. And so when I take one from each side, I'm maintaining the equality.
When we first started this 13 years ago, there wasn't a lot of research out there around how to instructionally help teachers in the classroom develop mathematical understanding for students. And we typically would teach very procedurally without any conceptualization behind the mathematics. So our goal for this project was to teach conceptually and to help teachers understand how to teach conceptually.
And so we're not just working on giving teachers tricks or tools. We're asking them to really think deeply about the mathematics so that it affects their thinking as they go forward with students.
We often have parents who look at the mathematics and the way that we are teaching it, that we're talking about teaching it, and they state, well, the way I learned it without understanding was just fine, and look at me, I'm okay. So why can't the kids learn it the same way that I learned it and survive? Well, if we look at a lot of America and where we are financially, where we are politically, and where we are especially like with the national debt, it's a pretty clear relationship that we don't understand mathematics. So I think we have to, the cultural aspect is we have to develop a love for mathematics.
The training in Turner was considered important enough that the top education official in Maine, Deputy Commissioner Bill Beardsley, was among the observers.
What we're interested in as a state is getting all kids reading at grade level and doing math at grade level by age 8. I mean, not that we don't care tremendously afterwards, but that's what's really critical. And here's a technique where we're really saying we can get the special ed community right in line with that by teaching these extra techniques. So we've got national experts in from North Carolina.
Let's look at Turner, Maine, a town with a country feel, located just north of Lewiston, Auburn. Centered on busy Route 4 is a vibrant business community with numerous stores and services. Let's take a look at some of them. Looking for an inexpensive but reliable used car? Shop Duval Auto Sales on Route 4 in Turner. Just check out these great reviews on Google.
Hi, this is Darren from Duval Auto Sales. I'm here to tell you that we sell quality cars to the hard-working people of Central Maine.
Here's news from Scott's Recreation, a newly expanded inventory of RVs from entry-level travel trailers to high-end fifth wheels. Now featuring end-of-season pricing. Get a deal on a new RV while there's still a lot of camping left. Scott's Recreation, with locations on Route 4 in Turner, Maine and Route 202 in Manchester, Maine.
When you think of Subaru, think of RJB & Son. We thoroughly service every Subaru we sell and specialize in Subaru auto repair to ensure that the car you drive is 100% safe and reliable.
When you think of Subaru, think of RJB & Son.
1026 Route 4, Turner.
Excuse me, sir, are you getting a little shaggy around the ears but can't find time for a haircut? Well, now you can. At Lisa's Barbershop at 178 Main Street in Mexico, owner Lisa Shardlow specializes in quick haircuts. No appointment is necessary and there's rarely a wait. At Lisa's, the motto is cut and go.
Fall is in the air and Halloween isn't too far away. I get all kinds of customers this time of year, but even if you look like the Wolfman himself, let's just say I have the experience to give you a great cut. Come on by.
Open Tuesday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturday, 9 to noon. Bethel Outdoor Adventure on Route 2 in Bethel, Maine. Kayaking, paddleboarding, canoe and kayak trips, tubing down the river, sluicing for precious stones, and camping in a park-like setting.
What we offer here is family-friendly adventure in a stunningly beautiful location. We're in this in the mountains of western Maine. We're on the shores of the Androscoggin River. It is really a beautiful, beautiful place for you to come and recreate.
Nothing beats camping out in the fall in western Maine, and at Bethel Outdoor Adventure you'll find a gem of a campground, small, family-friendly, and impeccably maintained with full hookups and space for everything from the largest RV to the smallest tents. Ask about our group sites. And the campground is right on the river with river access, and there are hot showers with unlimited hot water. Fall is a special time in New England. Make the most of it at Bethel Outdoor Adventure. Looking for a convenient and inexpensive place to stay in western Maine? Visit the Paris Inn Motel, located conveniently on Route 26 in South Paris, a short drive from the Oxford Casino and the attractions of the Bethel area. Newly renovated rooms, open year-round. Some, the idea of trapping small animals for fur may sound like an old-fashioned activity from the era of covered wagons, but in fact, trapping is still practiced in rural America. In Maine alone, there were over 2,400 trapping licenses issued in 2015, and every summer, trappers from around the region gather at the New England Trappers Weekend in East Bethel, Maine.
Okay, my name is Neil Olson, and we're at the New England Trappers Weekend. This is the 40th year of this gathering, and we have people from all over the country. One year I kept track, and we had people from 26 different states and 2 provinces. Okay, well, we have what we term demos, where people talk about how to catch certain animals, how to handle certain animals, and in other words, it's technique so they can learn the right way versus the wrong way. And we have a lot of other special events. We have a kids auction. We have an eel race where they have to carry them from one place to another. And at nighttime we have a dance, and then we have an adult auction with stuff.
Trapping declined when modern textiles replaced furs for clothing, and then declined even further when public opinion turned against it, with many regarding it as cruel. But there's still a market for furs to be shipped to countries like Russia and China, and many people still do it part-time. A study a few years ago found that most trappers were older, white, rural men.
It's become an art that as time goes on, there's less younger people doing it than there had been. It's one of those things that it's almost like hunting, fishing, and trapping. All 3 of them are, kids are so engrossed in playing with their iPads and all this other stuff now, so it's a little bit of a downswing.
Even though fur trapping has declined, for those who don't mind killing small animals, it's still possible to make some money. A few $100s in equipment, passing a 10-hour trapper education course, and buying a license which costs $36 for adults in Maine is all that's needed to get started.
We gather the furs together, and then we try to find someone within this country who is willing to buy them from us. Brokers, larger regional collectors, and such. The fur is then, as a rule, shipped overseas. I'm John Epler, Epler Fur Company. I'm a fur buyer, trapping supply dealer. Well, it varies from year to year. Raccoons right now are a tough market. The market in them will be somewhere between $3 and $5 this year, so it's very depressed. The red foxes will be $10 to $25 depending what area they come from and how prime they are. Primeness will be a key factor in the selling of furs this season. Bobcats will be anywhere from $40 to about $80 here in the east. Coyotes are running anywhere from $5 to $35, again depending on the quality. Beavers will top at about $20 to $25 this season. Fishers should be in the $40 to $60 range, and your pine marten should be about the same. This is basically a part-time thing. Most of your trappers are doing it because they enjoy doing it.
Any activity that involves killing animals that look like the family dog, such as a coyote, or the family cat, such as a bobcat, is bound to have a public relations problem. And public opposition to the fur trade has not only ruined the domestic market for fur in the United States, it has even affected the trapping industry itself, leading to the development of more humane traps which don't hurt the animal.
No, some of the new traps today, offset jaws, rubber jaws, things like that, have been designed to put the least amount of stress on the paw when the animal is caught. Therefore, they don't fight the trap. An animal that fights a trap will eventually fight itself loose. Our goal is to hold the animal until we can dispatch it, not hurt the animal. We would shoot them. Most of them are shot in the head with a .22.
Things like this, or even country fairs, farmers, chicken farmers, pig farmers, they all have a conflict with PETA. I mean, it's just the way it is, because, and different philosophy than some of these people have. But a lot of them have good intentions. They really do. They just don't understand the way of nature. You know, what we do, the animal dies. But when they're not harvested, nature is a lot crueler than we are. Yeah. Mange, rabies, distemper, those things last a long time. And this has been going on so long now, and it's caught on so much that people just pay attention and tell each other when and where, and and it's the same weekend every year.
Washing machines are offering more and more features each year. Well, you may not find anything quite like this yet at Larson's Electric Service in Mexico, but you'll find the latest in everything from washing machines to refrigerators to stoves. With the Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Maytag brands, Larson's offers free delivery and setup of your new appliance plus removal of your old appliance. Over 50 years experience, Larson's, 13 Main Street, Mexico, Maine. If your shoes don't feel right or your feet hurt, don't ignore the warning signs. Visit Pine Tree Orthopedic Lab in Livermore Falls, the leading provider of corrective shoes and accessories in Maine. Foot problems can lead to pain in the knee, hip, and back. At Pine Tree Orthopedic Lab, we design footwear to relieve pain or discomfort from disease, overuse, or congenital conditions. In our retail showroom, there are 4 certified pet orthotists who provide your initial foot exam at no charge. All manufacturing of your custom footwear, orthotics, and braces is done on site.
Hi, I'm Bruce McDonald, president of Pine Tree Orthopedic Lab, and I'd like to invite you to come to the most unique shoe store in Maine, where we are the foot comfort specialists.
Don't ignore that discomfort. Pine Tree Orthopedic Lab, open Monday through Friday 8 to 5, Saturday 8 to 2. The cold weather is coming, but what better way to warm up than with the great selection of Caldera spas and Therasaunas from Coulthard's on the River Road in Mexico. This holiday season, treat yourself to a spa with the Caldera. Since 1976, Caldera has been among the most trusted names in spas and has earned a reputation for delivering the utmost in comfort, performance, and style. Call now for delivery by Christmas. Come take a look at our newly arrived spas, including the 3-person Kauai and the 7-person Selena. Or consider the reasonably priced tubs by Nordic. Whatever your price range, we have a tub for you. Of course, the perfect complement to that spa is your own sauna. Coulthard's carries Therasaunas, an American-made brand with soothing infrared heat. There's nothing like a sauna for improving skin tone, reducing cellulite, and just plain relaxing. Coulthard's, 31 years in business on the River Road in Mexico, Maine. With scenes of last year's Pumpkin Fest in Rumford, that'll be it for the October edition of Today River Valley. This year's Pumpkin Fest is coming on the second Saturday this month, October 8th, from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Congress Street in Rumford, Maine. You can find out more information about the event on Facebook. This is Phil Blampede, the host and producer of Today River Valley. You can contact Today River Valley at the mailing or email addresses you see on the screen, or go to the Today River Valley Facebook page if you'd like to post a comment. Well, the leaves are falling and the colder temperatures are coming, so get your wood in, order your oil or propane, and we'll see you next month.